Thank you for the opportunity to testify, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you. I would like to yield to Ranking Member Hickenlooper to introduce our next two guests.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First, let me introduce Mr. Jonathan Liebert. He's joining us today from Colorado Springs, where he serves as the CEO of the Better Business Bureau of Southern Colorado, and I think also working as at least the acting CEO of the whole statewide Better Business Bureau as well. Mr. Liebert created the BBB AI Hub to increase AI literacy and capability, as well as governance and responsible use. Dr. Justin Heck is the Senior Director of Research and Data Production at Opportunity at Work, a national nonprofit building a skills-first labor market. Dr. Heck has spent over a decade conducting quantitative research at the intersection of labor market analysis and public policy. Thank you both for being here and participating.
Mr. Liebert, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman Banks and Ranking Member Hickenlooper and members of the subcommittee. Appreciate the opportunity to testify today on the impact of artificial intelligence on America's workforce. Again, my name is Jonathan Liebert, and I'm the CEO of the Better Business Bureau of Southern Colorado. I'm also the past chair of the Colorado Workforce Development Board, and I'm part of my local workforce board as well. And my perspective on artificial intelligence is neither pro-AI nor anti-AI. I'm cautiously optimistic. I've seen in ways that it can absolutely magnify productivity, strengthen small businesses, and expand access to expertise. I've seen it help workers become more capable. I've also seen how people can enter in sensitive information into these public systems, accept fabricated information as fact, and purchase products that are marked as AI-powered without understanding truly what that technology does. Since 2025, I've trained over 5,500 business owners, employers, educators, and nonprofit leaders in Colorado and now in other parts of the country, and talking to them about how AI needs to be used ethically, responsibly, and practically. This experience has given me really a front row seat to what's going on inside of the workforce. I'm there to see the excitement, the fear, and a lot of misinformation that's surrounding this technology. Business owners really want to know which tools are a credible source of information for them to be able to use safely, and they want to make sure that they are doing things wisely, not putting their customers at risk. Nonprofit leaders want to know how they can expand their impact and their limited staff resources and level up their organizations. Educators want to know what to prepare students for, and knowing that jobs are changing fast and employers are looking for different things and what they should put into their curriculum. Workers want to know whether AI will replace them, and they want to know what will help them become more valuable workers to the workforce system. And so what I've learned is that fear often decreases when people receive practical education. The greatest problem I see is not that people are refusing to use AI at the moment. It is often that they trust it too quickly. And so I tell the folks that I teach that AI is not an oracle. AI is an ideation engine. It gives you the ability to create these templates and information, but you have to keep the human in the loop and double check everything. An oracle is an answer to be believed. An ideation engine helps generate these options, and you should challenge these assumptions. It'll help you organize information and produce that first draft. The human must remain responsible for verifying the output, adding additional context, and then absolutely making the final decision of how it's implemented. At the Better Business Bureau, we created the BBB AI Hub to help close the gap between the speed of technological change and the ability of people and organizations to respond quickly. BBB is interested in making sure that trust and ethics are applied when using this technology. And again, as our mission and vision state, we're interested in marketplace trust. If buyers and sellers don't trust one another because of the way the technology is being used, then that has economic implications for all of us. In collaboration with our local workforce center, the National Alliance for Workforce Boards, Chamber of Commerce, City of Colorado Springs, and partners across business, education, and government, we created this AI hub to really focus on a couple of different priorities. One is AI literacy. The second is workforce preparation, AI governance, and absolutely marketplace trust. AI literacy means more than learning how to use a simple chatbot. It means understanding what AI can and cannot do, how to verify its output, how to protect sensitive information, and how to recognize misinformation and bias, and more specifically, when that human oversight is required. AI governance means establishing clear rules before problems occur. Organizations should have robust AI policies and determine which tools should be used by their teams and develop robust AI literacy plans to help them keep up with these very, very quickly changing systems. One of the largest issues that AI has is that most people cannot conceptualize how to use it since it is moving so quickly. Additionally, we all need to get used to the fact that how we work is changing, and we need to learn how to review AI-generated work in a productive way. We must still think critically as we engage with AI and remain accountable for when AI affects an important decision. Marketplace trust is also extremely essential. Small business owners and nonprofits are being approached by a growing number of companies and consultants that are saying they have these AI-powered claims or AI can fix these things. Most smaller organizations do not have legal teams, cybersecurity experts, nor technology procurement departments. And so they need practical guidance on how to evaluate vendors, how to update their data practices, how to look into these performance claims, and look at security, contract terms, and human accountability. The workforce is changing, and in many cases, AI is going to help individuals automate these tasks and do jobs that they never could before. But again, we have to be careful that we're not fully automating people out of the first rung of this career ladder and then wonder why workers can't reach the second. So again, I think Congress can help by doing a lot of practical AI literacy, obviously enacting different types of acts that will help to create more data and information for all of us to use. And again, I would say this, that America does not need to choose between innovation and responsibility. We can pursue both at the same time. And in the future, the work will not be predetermined by an algorithm. It will be shaped by all of us and the choices that we make as we lead our workers into an educated system where we protect, make sure people have access to the tools, and make sure that we hold businesses and consumers accountable. So again, thank you for the opportunity to testify. I look forward to your questions.
Dr. Heck?
Chairman Banks, Ranking Member Hickenlooper, members of the subcommittee, thank you for the opportunity to testify. My name is Justin Heck, and I lead research and data production at Opportunity at Work, a nonprofit focused on building a skills-based labor market. Public debate about AI and work has focused almost entirely on whether jobs will be augmented or automated. Far less attention has gone to how AI will reshape economic mobility. That's what I want to talk about today. Workers build skills in one job and use them in the next. In aggregate, these moves form pathways. We analyzed 130 million job transitions over 10 years and found three kinds of jobs: entry-level origin jobs, higher wage destination jobs, and in between, the stepping stones we call gateway jobs. 60 million Americans work in gateway jobs, and 62% of them are stars, workers skilled through alternative routes who've built their skills through work, military service, apprenticeships, training programs, or community college, rather than a bachelor's degree. Consider a customer service representative. Workers reach that job from roles like receptionist or cashier. And on the job, handling frustrated customers, finding solutions under pressure. They build critical thinking, speaking, and persuasion that prepare them for the better paying HR or sales job that comes next. AI can break that stepping stone function in two key ways. The first is straightforward. There may be fewer of these jobs. Among the 10 largest occupations with high AI task exposure, half are gateway roles. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics projects declining demand for all 5. That cuts both ways. A cashier or receptionist loses the next rung up, and employers may find fewer experienced workers ready to move up into management or senior roles. The second is less obvious, and it may matter more. AI can hollow out a gateway job from the inside by eliminating what a worker learns from doing it. If that customer service rep spends their time overseeing a chatbot rather than handling the hard calls directly, they lose the opportunity to develop the skills that would have carried them to the next rung. The learning that happens on the job often happens through the hard parts. AI is exceptionally good at removing the hard parts.